What's going on, everybody? GemMint here, back with another statue unboxing and review, but this time we have something special. We have a sample production piece for the XM Studios Ghost Rider on Horseback quarter scale statue. What an amazing piece. I've actually been dreading doing this unboxing because it's actually two huge boxes. The other one was so big and heavy, I couldn't even put it on the table. But I really want to thank XM Studios for allowing me to review this piece. And it's kind of crazy the way they released this. I believe they announced this for pre-order in November or December. And now we have a turnaround shipping time of like February or March. So XM doing unprecedented things with statues, trying to eliminate long wait times for pre-orders. Let's see what we got. All right, guys, let's dive into the first of these two huge boxes. Before we open this one up, this does have the XM Studios black envelope with the package contents. So this shows both boxes. We're going to be opening up the box with the horse here, and it comes with this art print, which always look great. Awesome art print of the Ghost Rider on horseback. Let's get off the lid, remove the straps, and take off the top styrofoam. And here we go. The first box with the horse. We have some chains. We have some cloak pieces. Let's start looking at them close up here. So the first ball and chain with this mace type of weapon. Very dope. Lightweight. You can kind of move the chain a little bit. Nice weapon here for Ghost Rider, which continues. Here is his skeleton hand for the Wraith switch out torso. So this will connect to some other chains. And the fire on this chain will connect yet another chain. So very reminiscent to the Ghost Rider on bike that XM did. Next up, we have another ball and chain, but this one has a loose metal chain. This is for the cowboy's torso for his right-hand switch out. Here we have some foot pedals, or stirrups, do you call them, for his feet. And these leather straps, which connect to those and to the horse. And we have a gun, a revolver in the holster that'll go on his waist. Nice leather case. Paint applications are great. And then you have two pieces of a cloak for the Wraith portrait. I love the tattered cape look, sculpted, looks awesome. Reminds me of the Mistress Death or the Lady Death from the Thanos combo set. This is the other piece, and it just has that weathered, gritty look. And then we have the Wraith portrait, which I absolutely love. He's still got some of the cloak on his neck. The bone is painted so well, weathered, realistic, and the orange painted fire looks amazing. Love the expression. Great portrait. And this horse is huge and heavy. We're going to have to look at it close up with the assembly and the review. So let's pull out the next box, which I thought was going to be not as big, but it's way heavier. Taking off the straps here and the lid, you'll see why. It has this huge base and a couple of other pieces here. And right away, you can see how that paint just pops. I love that orange painted fire. Speaking of fire, I couldn't figure out where these two little flames went to. Help me out in the comments. But it looks like they key into something. Here's the two right hands for the cowboy switch out. Shiny leather-like glove. Great sculpted there. Nice big flame here for the horse's tail. It also helps to connect some of the chains that he'll be holding. And then we have that Wraith upper torso with his left hand, the skeletal hand there. I love everything about this, man. The cloak is sculpted so well done with the movement, the texturing, the weathering. Looks great. And then the cowboy torso, equally as well done. I'm just more of a fan of the Wraith, but the cowboy jacket has this leather jacket with fire across the arms and back, stitching and the emblem on his back. And here's the bottom of the portrait or torso stand, if you will. So I love that it comes with this same nice wood sub base. You have the chains going around the flame to display the secondary torso that's not on the horse. Here is the cowboy portrait with the tilted brim. Looks amazing, on fire. Love the hat. XM nailed it on both portraits easily. And just like with the horse, the base is even heavier. So Let's go ahead and get this out the box, but before we get into the assembly, before we get a look at the close-ups, let me give a shout out to our sponsor, Street Level Hero, who happen to have an amazing exclusive variant for Ghost Rider Issue 2. SLHLA.com to pick up this DNA variant. You can save 10% by using the code GemMint at checkout. That's good on any item on the store anytime you shop there. Just like their sister site, THATSPIDERMANBOOTH.com, who has those $35 mystery boxes. You're guaranteed 5 comics of retail value, plus one of those boxes is going to have their giveaway prize, which this round is an Amazing Spider-Man 361 second printing, the first appearance of Carnage. This round ends on Wednesday, February 23rd, so buy a box before then. Use code GEMMINT, it'll save you 10%, and that's good every time there as well. Alright, so we got to look at that sub base, but here is the main base. I love the metal type of skulls and calligraphy that's going on that sleek wood. Up top, you have fire burning there. You have a goat skull head. You have this rocky base that looks so elegant and so well painted and sculpted. Just such a classy looking base. Let's go ahead and get the horse and the Ghost Rider legs keyed into the base. So that went easier than I thought. We'll get the stirrups under his feet, on his right foot, and then over here to his left foot. And you can already see the texturing in the horse. It's got like a zombified look. All right, let's go ahead and get his tail keyed in. The tail of flames, and then we'll get the cowboy torso keyed in here next. So like I said, the legs are already attached and the torsos are what switch out. I wrap that chain with that maced ball around his wrist, put his fist there, then we got his portrait. I love that menacing look, looking downward, glaring underneath the brim. Let's just spin around the top torso and get a look at him. But yeah, amazing statue, and I love how different these torsos are going to look. So this cowboy version, you could say he's Carter Slade from the comics. You know, the spirit of vengeance inhabits many people and has inhabited many people. Johnny Blaze, Danny Ketch. So this is just a Ghost Rider on horseback. And then we can switch it out to a completely different Spectre. We have this Wraith torso with this flowing cloak. We're going to put the 2 pieces on the back. Now the portrait. And this one is so cool, man. I just hear him screaming and laughing in my head. We'll get his right hand on with those chains. And then let's take the Wraith around for a spin just to get an idea of its 360 presence. So much movement, such a dynamic diorama on a horseback. And guys, just wait until I get in frame with this, because this piece is humongous. What did I tell you guys, man? This thing is massive. You can't just think, oh, it's a quarter scale piece. This is a huge diorama, a beautiful scene, Ghost Rider on horseback, a huge quarter scale horse. Now, there have been many horseback statues out there. XM has done more than one, I believe. I don't think I've ever had one in. And having a quarter scale horse in person here is insane. Absolutely love this little stand here. I would definitely display both torsos, whereas if we didn't have this, one would be in the box. I hate having extra pieces of a statue laying around next to a piece. But let's get into the specs, the size, the cost, and then we'll wrap up this video. There are 999 of these pieces that will ever be made, excluding sample pieces and artist proofs, but that's the max edition size. Now, the cost on this bad boy is about $1,750 plus shipping, and unfortunately, I have to give a disclaimer, only licensed for Southeast Asia. You'd have to check XM's website to see where they're licensed to sell this. But it has a fairly reasonable price tag for what you're actually getting here. The first thing I want to do is just take a look at the width of the base itself, which is hanging over my 24-inch turntable, making it about 25 inches in width. However, the tail sticking out a little bit more, it's going to make it like 26 or 27 inches wide. The depth of the base is reasonable, about 14 inches deep. However, if you have this switch out option, it's going to be much more deeper with that cloak, more of about 20 to 21 inches. And then the height, let's see, I think in this switch out, that chain's the highest point. So yeah, just about 30 inches tall. It looks like you would save a little bit of space with this switch out, a little bit on the depth and a little bit on the height. But personally, I'm digging the Wraith the best. I love the matching sub bases. They look classy. The rock base here mixed with the flames that are singeing the rock. You can see the highlights painted on there as well, giving that reflection. Same thing on the pieces of building here. Love that goat's head. And then the horse itself looks immaculate. So much detail packed in. First of all the musculature and the fact that you can see it makes you feel like it's got 0 to no % body fat, and it's just zombified. Just muscles and fire. The flames all throughout the back, on the legs, through the tail. Now, going on the midsection, there is so much detail that you can't even see that well on this saddle. The leather, the stitching, the tatter cloth, and the straps that go under the horse's belly. Amazing detail. Even the detail on those foot pedals that I showed you guys up close. The calligraphy on the metal looks amazing. The chains going from the snout of the horse to the hands of the Ghost Rider look awesome, the way that they droop down, and it's really complemented by the cowboy's torso, who has that ball and chain similar to the chain on the horse. The mane is made out of fire. The eyes are red with fire coming out, which looks great. And I just love this movement in the horse. Like, he just stops short and he's jerking to the right, leering at an enemy. Love the wraith switch out. You guys, the cloak has so much movement, coupled with Ghost Rider's chain in his hand, flying from the back of the horse to the front with that spiked ball in the front of the chain. The portraits have that emotion and that screaming effect. Both of them. I keep hearing Spinal from Killer Instinct. Such an amazing piece. I actually recently got an offer to buy back my original XM Studios Ghost Rider on bike. I'm thinking about doing it, and I'm thinking about picking one of these up for myself because it's such an amazing pair. I wish I had both to show you. XM Studios did a great job of showing both on their page if you guys are interested in this. But I'm digging it. This is an amazing piece. It's something special. It's a follow-up to one of XM's most successful pieces, and I think this one will be right up there as far as Ghost Rider statues are concerned. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. I'll leave you with a 360 of Ghost Rider. Stay minty fresh. Peace.